So in today's video, we're going to talk about how I go from these nails to these nails. Enjoy. Hi, and welcome to our community where we celebrate our curves and we live our lives limitlessly. My name is Kristen Michelle, and this space is built for women like me who are on a journey of self-love, self-care, and self-discovery and want to have a little fun on the journey. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you're the first to know when I upload new content. Girl, I just thought that you would appreciate a little bit of ASMR, but it's time to get on with the show. So in this video, I will be walking you through step by step everything that I do when I am doing my nails at home. But here's the thing, I am not a professional nail tech. I am not a professional at this at all. And honestly, I don't even think that I'm really good at it, but for those of you who are like me that are learning how to incorporate new things into our self-care routine, save a little bit of money, try to budget a little bit better, and want to learn a new skill for yourself, then this is the place for you. And you'll find a list of the products that I use in the description box below, and you can also find them on my Amazon storefront. Now let's jump in because we have a lot to talk about. Now, the first thing you watched me do was clip my fingernails. I prefer to keep my nails all the way cut down underneath the press-on nails. I feel like it helps to make sure that the nail adheres to my nail and that there's no space or gapping in between my nail and the press-on. Then I take an emery board and I buff out my nails. This also is going to help with the nail adhering to my actual nail bed. It allows there to be some friction so that the glue really sticks to my nail. I do not use any drills because one, I don't like them, but two, because I don't know how to use them. So why am I going to do that? You will see me buff out my nails multiple times. It's just because I want to make sure that my nails are even, right? But then also that there is that friction to be able to allow the glue to adhere to my nails. Then I actually go in with a cuticle clipper. Now, a lot of people don't like these. I don't really like them either, but I feel like I get the best results with them. And so I take my time, I'm very careful, and I clip my cuticles. Now, with a cuticle clipper, you have to be super, super careful, especially if you are prone to like bleeding a lot or anything like that. You got to be really careful with these, all right? So just be mindful that you don't want to cut too deep. You just want to get that lifted part of your cuticle. You don't want your cuticle to be growing over your nail. And so generally speaking, I will actually use another tool to kind of push my cuticles back. And then that kind of lifts it a little bit so that when I go in with the cuticle clipper, that I'm not going in too deep or cutting myself. That may have been a little bit, I don't know if that explanation was good, but the bottom line is that I get the best results when I actually clip my cuticles. Like right here, you can see me using a tool to just raise that cuticle just a little bit so that I can go in with the cuticle clipper and I don't have to cut myself. All right. So yeah, that's just my preference, but you could certainly use a tool to just push your cuticles back and be fine with it. It is completely up to you. I already have very short nail beds, so my nails already look my fingers are already stubby. Okay, that's the bottom line. So anything that I can do to get a longer nail bed, I will do without damaging my fingers. Again, I cannot stress how important it is to take your time during that process. Then I go back in with an emery board to, again, just do a little bit of buffing on the nails, and then I move on to the next step. And this is where all the fun begins because I get to pick the nail size for my tips. All right. This kit that I got it from Amazon. It will be in the description box below. But as you see, I am just checking the size of my nail against the tips, selecting the right size, and I'm placing them on that paper towel. Now, I know it's probably hard to see. The next time I do this, I will have a contrast. But basically, I'm just lining them up based on the order of my nails. Now, this kit I love because there are probably 120 something pieces in here, and I have enough tips for months and months and months. And honestly, I don't even do this like every week or every other week. I do this when I feel like it. So this thing is probably gonna last me till the end of the year. Now, again, this is a step that you do not want to rush. You want to make sure that you're picking the right size for your nail, because if you don't get the right size, it's not going to fit properly and it's not going to adhere to your nail. So you want to make sure that you're selecting the right size. Now, before you start gluing stuff to your nails, you need to make sure that your nails are properly prepped. So just because you buffed them out doesn't mean your nails are properly prepped. Nail dehydrator and nail primer are going to be very, very key in this process. The nail dehydrator and primer that I use actually come in a set, and so it's just perfect. You can't do one without the other because it came together. One recommendation that I would make is to maybe use a mask, because it can be strong in terms of the fumes. And if you don't want to be inhaling all of that, you want to use a mask. Now, this is where I realize, oh, this is why the nail techs always have on a mask. With all the products that they're using and all of the fumes, it's very important that you're taking care of yourself and protecting yourself. So yes, use a mask, dehydrate, and prime your nails. Now, once you've done that, yes, now you can start gluing. Here's the thing with the glue. Put a dot on your nail and a dot on the tip, and then hold it for at least a good, 30 to 45 seconds, maybe even longer than that, because you want to make sure that, one, there's pressure to release any air bubbles that are in there, because if you have any air bubbles, of course, what's going to happen? The nail is not going to stick, all right? Press on the nail and hold it there for as long as you can to make sure that you are releasing any air bubbles and you're holding the nail together so that it can properly adhere to your nail. You don't need to put a lot of glue, because all that's going to happen is that nail is just going to pour out the sides and underneath the tip. So just make sure that it's the right amount. Don't do too much. Don't do too much. Don't be like me and don't do too much, because here's what's going to happen. Look at that. You do too much. If you're like me and you do too much, your finger's going to stick together. There you go. Just a dot on the nail and then a dot on the tip. Press and hold. All right. Literally, we're at number 4 right now. We're going to go through all 10 of these because I want to make sure that you understand. Okay. I'm here with you. I'm going to get you through this. And I just want you to know, a dot on your nail, a dot on the tip, press and hold. Now, there's another thing that I want you to be taking consideration. When you are pressing the nail onto your nail bed, please make sure that it's straight, okay? Again, don't be like me and just stick it on there and then be mad because your nails are crooked. Make sure that you are holding the nail straight and you are pressing down and being firm with that, okay? You're not gonna break your finger. Just be firm with it so that you make sure that the nail actually stays. If you want your nails to last, this is what you got to do, okay? Because these nails will last me a good 2 weeks. But if I let any air bubbles in there, if I don't hold it down long enough, then yeah, that's going to reduce the longevity of the nails. And I want them to last, especially for all this work I'm doing. Shoot. Now, you will notice that as you're pressing down on the nail, there is going to be some glue that comes out from the bottom, right? That is okay. It's not gonna damage your skin or anything like that. It's okay because you want the nail to adhere. But remember, I cut my fingernails down, right? So there is gonna be a little bit of glue on the tip of my finger, but that will begin to release itself. Honestly, once I finish this whole process, then I actually kind of pull my nails out from the glue so that my fingertips are not stuck to the nail. I hope that makes sense. Maybe, I mean, if you guys need a demonstration of that, just let me know. I can always do another video and kind of be a little bit more detailed with some of the things that I'm talking about. Just let me know in the comments if you need a better demonstration of certain things. All right. But anyway, so we're down to the last one. And again, all I'm doing is just making sure that I'm holding that nail to my fingernail so that it properly adheres. And then that one had a little bit of extra glue, so I just had to clean that up. Now, getting the tips onto your fingers is not the last step, okay? We still need to put some gel on there. And here we are. Again, my gel kit that I have has 6 different colors. They're all neutral colors because that's what I prefer. And then I always do like 3 coats because I get the color that I'm looking for. All right. It looks really, really clear that first coat. You barely see anything. But by the 3rd coat, you're going to see the color. All right. Now, my curing machine was already counting down, but ignore that. I put my nails under there for 60 seconds. That's the instruction that comes with my gel color kit. And so that's what I do. But if for some reason that's not working for you, you could go for 90 seconds, but I just didn't want to overdo it. So I just do 60 seconds. And then, like I said, I do 3 coats. Be very, very careful that you don't get any lint or anything on the nail because that's just going to stay there, right? So it's going to bubble up. It's going to look weird. So you want to make sure that you're not getting any lint or any other like debris on your nails when you are adding the gel. Also, be mindful to make sure that you're not getting any gel on your skin because here's what's going to happen. The gel is going to peel off. It's not going to do anything bad to you. However, it's going to make the final results not look so good because you're going to have to peel that off and it's going to start peeling off from the nail. And so you want to make sure that you're getting the gel polish only on the nail and not on your skin at all. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience. I was like getting the gel polish on my skin all the time. And then I realized, wait a minute, I could avoid that by just making sure that I get the gel on the nail. And so I would end up like peeling off the sides and then it would start to peel off the nail and then it would just look real janky. So just keep that in mind. Make sure that you're just getting the gel on your nail. Hey, look, I done already told y'all I'm not professional, right? It's a lot of trial and error, and I finally figured out how to avoid that problem was just to get the polish on the nail. But anyway, long story short is I said 3 coats, but now I can't remember if I did 3 coats or 2 coats. But anyway, long story short is 2-3 coats just to get to do however many coats you want to do to get the results that you're looking for. That's the bottom line, okay? So just do that. Just do your thing. Make your decisions. You are in control here, okay? This is not you going to the nail salon and asking for one thing, getting something else. You are in complete control here. What you want is what you do. And what you do is what's going to give you what you get, okay? Does that make sense? Anyway, once I was done here, then the last thing that you see here is the Sally Jensen's Dry Instantly. It's a top coat, and all it is, the only reason why I use it is to make sure that the gel is completely dry. Yes, I do cure it. However, sometimes it still gives me that stickiness, right? And it's probably because I could just let it sit under there a little bit longer, but I don't know. For some reason, whenever I do my own gel nails, I still get this stickiness for a really long time. But I've always had this top coat, and I was like, well, let me try it on top of the gel. And when I tell y'all, it's instant dry. It is an instant dry, and I am so pleased with that. Now, this is pretty much it. If there's anything else you would like to see on my channel, drop a comment, let me know. And again, if you have any questions or would like a better demonstration of anything that I've talked about, then drop a comment, let me know. But I am so pleased with my results. I love my nails. Every time I do this, I'm so happy. And I be feeling like that girl. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, let's do our nails and let's be that girl. Bye.